Blinken is meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and is speaking right now.
We're also working in partnership with the United Nations, the international community, the Palestinian Authority, the Palestinian people, the government of Israel, to assist in the relief and recovery efforts in Gaza. This relief is urgent. We have to respond to the profound need to help people in this moment. To that end, I informed President Abbas and earlier Prime Minister Netanyahu that the United States will notify Congress of our intention to provide $75 million in additional development and economic assistance for the Palestinians in 2021. We'll also provide $5.5 million in immediate disaster assistance for Gaza and a little over $32 million for UNRWA's emergency humanitarian appeal. This new assistance comes on top of significant support that the United States has recently committed and resumed to the Palestinian Authority, Palestinians, to different agencies and groups. In total, we are in the process of providing more than $360 million in urgent support for the Palestinian people. And across these efforts, we will work with partners to ensure that Hamas does not benefit from these reconstruction efforts. Asking the international community, asking all of us to help rebuild Gaza only makes sense if there is confidence that what is rebuilt is not lost again because Hamas decides to launch more rocket attacks in the future. So this is vitally important. We also talked a little bit about a challenge that all of us have faced together in the past year, and that is COVID-19. We will work in the United States to rally the international community to provide 1.5 million doses of safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines to the Palestinian people. Beyond the immediate reconstruction and relief efforts, we're also committed to working with the Palestinian Authority and the international community to promote economic stability and progress in the West Bank and Gaza, more opportunity, strengthen the private sector, expand trade and investment, all of which are essential to growing opportunity across the board. We'll also work with the Palestinian Authority to ensure freedom of expression for all Palestinians and the promotion and protection of civil society. I very much look forward in a short while to meeting with leaders from Palestinian civil society a little later today. We will, as the President noted, continue to firmly oppose any unilateral or provocative actions that risk sparking more violence and that undermine prospects for a just, durable resolution of the conflict between Palestinians and Israelis, which ultimately requires two states. And whether that is settlement activity, whether that is home demolitions, annexation of territory, incitement to violence, compensation for individuals imprisoned for acts of terrorism, any unilateral action that undermines the prospects for genuine progress and genuine peace is something we will continue to oppose. We remain committed to the historic status quo on the Haram al-Sharif. Palestinians and Muslims from around the world must be able to pray in peace on the noble sanctuary now and eternally. In Jerusalem and across Israel, Christian and Muslim Palestinian families deserve the same right to worship, build, and thrive as their Jewish cohabitants. The aspirations of the Palestinian people are like those of people everywhere, to live in freedom, to have their basic rights respected, including the right to choose their own leaders, to live in security, to have equal access to opportunity for themselves, for their children, to be treated with dignity. And my message today is that the United States is committed, Mr. President, to working with you, to working with the Palestinian people to realize these aspirations. Thank you for having us here today. Thank you.
All right, Blinken there in Ramallah speaking to Palestinian President Mahmoud